everybody. Well, this live stream for the Clarinet Project where we are going to talk about and play the RZ Solo Clarinet. I am going to adjust my camera a little bit. Just like that, and now it's crooked. Okay, so please ask questions. Put them in the chat bar so that we can answer them. There will be some representatives, hopefully, from RZ coming by, and hopefully Milan will be here and Andreas, so they can answer questions for us. But let's jump in. I'm going to pull this case over here so that you can see it. It is a beautiful leather case for the Solo. We have a cute little pocket right up here in the front. And you can put your car keys there, or your mouthpiece if you have an extra one, or a phone. And I'm going to turn it this way so you can see this. And it has these little hooks right here for a strap so that you can hold it like this when you're walking with it. The strap is going to be in this front pocket up here, which actually in this case is the back. So we're going to open it this way, but this pocket here in the front is over here. So let me turn this around so that I can find the zipper, which apparently is a challenge, so that I can show it to you. So I'm going to just bring it around this way, and we'll open this front pocket first so you can see what's going on in here. Actually, that is opening the clarinet like this. So I am going to zip that back up real fast and show you this pocket that's over here. This is the pocket in the back. So here we go, and I'm going to open it like this so you can see what's going on inside. You can put smaller music in here, books and things like that, your swab. And I'm going to pull out this polishing cloth that comes with the clarinet. It comes with a swab, and then it's going to have a warranty card. So if you ever get one of these, if you get one of these clarinets, make sure you fill it out, because you have a 5-year warranty on the wood, and then you have a 2-year warranty on the mechanics and the keywork and things like that. So I'm going to open up the front of the case. So now you get to see the clarinet, and this is quite a beautiful instrument. So I'm going to find these zippers again for you. Here is the one on the side, and I'm opening it up this way. And I'm going to just tilt it a little bit so you can see it. I don't want this clarinet to fall out. I'll bring it a little closer. So you're already seeing this beautiful engraving on the bell. It's absolutely lovely. I'm going to bring it up a little closer and just turn it nice and slowly so that you can see that. Isn't that beautiful? Very, very pretty. I know, Christian Kirby says it's so pretty. It's absolutely beautiful. And then the logo right here is actually inlaid in the wood. So that metal is directly in the wood. It's not stamped on there, so it's not going to wear off. And then this ring up here that's normally a metal ring when we have clarinets is a carbon fiber ring. So that's going to help the wood not crack. And it's also going to be a little bit lighter. So this clarinet's lighter. Serena says it's pretty. Isn't it beautiful? Wait till you see the other joints of this instrument. When I opened it up and I saw the bell like this, I was so amazed at how pretty it was. Here's our bottom joint. So I'm going to turn it around real quick. This engraving goes all the way up this instrument right there. So Serena is asking a very good question. So this is a luxury clarinet. This is the top of the line RZ clarinet, and I believe it's $6,000, 6,000 US dollars. So that would be a great question if anybody from RZ Woodwind is here, or Andreas Moe might be here and he might be able to answer that. So anyway, look at this engraving all the way up that bottom joint. That's so beautiful. All right, we do have an adjustable thumb rest with a nice soft cork right here, and you can adjust the screw this way. Lowering it and raising it is nice and easy. You have a little loop in here for your hook for your neck strap. There is an A-flat, E-flat lever key here, so you do have that on the left side of the clarinet. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so that you can see these gold posts in here. So it has beautiful gold posts and then triple silver plated keys. And what's really, really great about that, besides looking cool and quite beautiful, is that it will darken up that sound. So it does have, Christian says this has everything. It's really nice, and you're going to see it better in the upper joint. But can you see how it's a little bit of pink right there in the tone hole? So the grenadilla wood is the wood of the clarinet, but the tone holes are actually rosewood right in there, which is really, really nice. And I know that RZ Woodwind has a specific reason for doing that with sound and intonation and stability. Also, you have a lot of extra screws that are adjustment screws. We have one right here. There's going to be one right over here on the bridge key. So if any of your notes are stuffy or out of alignment or out of tune, you can adjust with one of those little screwdrivers that we all have. I'm going to grab mine here. So you can just take the screwdriver and you can adjust that screw so that you can adjust that note that's giving you a little trouble by raising and lowering the key. And these adjustment screws are throughout the instrument. So there's that one, and then there's one right there. And like I said, there's one on the bridge key. So when I pull up the upper joint, you're going to be able to see those adjustment screws there too. And we're used to adjustment screws because we have them on our A key or A flat key. So let me show you the A flat key really quickly and you'll see what I mean. So we have this adjustment screw that we're all familiar with right up there. So now we have them all throughout the instrument. So there's actually a couple right over here. We've got two in that area, and then we have another one down here. Oh, there it is, under the bridge key. So the adjustment screws throughout the instrument are really helpful, and I'm one of those people that is a little bit nervous about working on my own instrument. I know some people are comfortable with that, and when I was trying the Capriccio that also has the adjustment screws, my E was a little bit stuffy when I was playing, and Milan told me that I could adjust it myself, so I did. I was very brave, and I adjusted myself right here, and it worked great, and I didn't have to take it to a repair tech, which was really nice, especially now because it's hard to get places. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the two joints, the bottom and the upper joint together. You're going to see this carbon ring in here also. And then I'm going to put this bell on, and I will be able to show you once it's all together here. And I just want to make sure I have it all lined up just right. I'm going to get it in there. So you can see the engraving. So we're going to start right here on this bell, and then I'm just going to turn it for you so you see the back of the bell, and it's going through the back of the clarinet now, all the way up, all the way into that upper joint. And now, as you can see, we have a different register key situation. So this register key right here is opening closer to the front of the clarinet. This is the German style register key opening. And what that's going to do is make your B flat more stable and more clear, less stuffy, with a better ring in it. And you'll hear that when I play, that the B flat up there sounds really, really nice. Also, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so you can see there's another carbon fiber ring right around here, and that is just in case you have any kind of crack in here. It does look like an octave key on a saxophone, it sure does. So if you have any crack in this upper joint, you can just take this chunk of wood off and put a new one on, which is a lot better than pinning it. And a lot of cracks happen in this area of the clarinet. So you actually can go right ahead and go right to the source if you need to, and then just replace that so it's still solid wood up there. And I did have a clarinet that cracked right through that top trill key once, right through the tone hole. And I had pins in there and it was never the same afterwards, so that's a really nice feature that you can do that. Okay, now, I told you I would show you that rosewood tone hole. You can see it really nicely right in there. So that is one of the features also of this instrument. It's in all these tone holes, this rosewood insert in there. Okay, all right, so I'm going to put my barrel on. It comes with two barrels, so we have a 64 and a 63 millimeter. Hello, Shane, and hello to everybody that is here. I usually have my computer a little closer to me, but I can't see all the chat today, so please forgive me if I miss you. And if I go like this, it's because I'm trying to read the chat really fast. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put on the 64 millimeter. It's the closest to what I normally play, which is a 65. This clarinet came with a 63 for me and a 64, but you can request different length barrels. One of the advantages with RZ is that it is a small company so that you can personalize your instrument. So for instance, this E flat, A flat lever is too short for me. This would be something where I could reach out to them and say, get it? Reach out to them? Sorry, that was really bad. So I could ask them for help and say, hey, do you mind extending this key so it's a little bit easier for me to reach? And they would be able to do that. So the barrels, they can also help you out and get you the right length barrel. And they said that they make anything from, I think they said they've made 70 millimeter barrels and then really short ones like 59 millimeters, which blew my mind. All right, so I'm just going to make sure everything is lined up so that's all sounding its best. So those are just the features, and this is how it looks right here. Let's play it. I already have my other clarinet out, so I'm going to get my mouthpiece off of there so I can try it. But please ask some questions, and I will try and get to them. Like I said, it is hard to see, so I'm just going to turn it a little bit. Michael O'Brien is here at the restaurant for his wife's birthday. That's dedication. Yay, hi. Okay, so one of the things that was hard for me, though, honestly, was lining up my mouthpiece. Hello, Carrington. Because I'm so used to lining it up with the register key, which is now not in that spot. So I am going to line it up with my F right here so that I can get that playable. And it looks pretty good. I might have to make an adjustment once I start playing. So that is something that I would have to get used to. All right, once I get this reed on here, I'm just going to play a couple of notes to see how my reed feels. And then I'm going to start with my classic F major scale. So if you've been to any of my live streams before, and most of you look very familiar to me, I recognize a lot of your names. You know that I like to keep everything consistent all the way through just to get a general idea of what this instrument sounds like. So I want to listen to the sound. I have a particular sound in my mind that I like to sound like, and I want that clarinet to help my inner voice sing out. So I want that to be where I want it to be. So I like to have a darker sound, but I still want a vibrant ring in it. I like a sound that has a little bit more brightness and personality. I feel like that matches me as a person. I'm absolutely listening for intonation, and I'm going to check it with a tuner. I need this clarinet to be in tune. It could be the most beautiful sounding instrument in the world, but if it's out of tune, it's not going to work for me. Then I need to double check the articulations. I need it to be a nice, reliable clarinet with articulations so that I can trust it not to be squeaky or squawky or have a lot of undertones. I'm also going to double check over the breaks into the different registers. I want it to be easy to play. So I need all of these things to be there for a clarinet to work for me. And everybody's different. So just because this clarinet may sound great for me or another clarinet may not sound great for me, that is okay. It might sound wonderful for you and not for me. We are all different. All right, let's check this reed. Okay, all right, so let's start with that F major scale. I am going to have a bit of a leak that I'm going to try and work with. I hit myself in the face the other day, and it was right in the lip, so I have a little bit of a leak over here, so I might play off to the side to try and compensate for that. The other thing is that because I'm not able to make my best embouchure right now, you're getting a real play test of somebody that is struggling a little bit with her playing. And so I think that's a little realistic for all of us, right? We're not all perfect all the time. So what already, just with that little bit of the scale going up, is there's a sweetness to this tone. Very, very smooth and consistent throughout the registers. And particularly I'm noticing this in the lower register. A lot of times when I try clarinets, people are trying really, really hard to get the chalumeau range, that darkness in the sound of the chalumeau range, that richness to sound in the clarion. But this clarion has a beautiful ring in it that I'm hearing down into the chalumeau, which is really nice. It matches really well. Really nice. It's actually hard to tell when you're going between the registers. I'm going to noodle around in the throat tones a bit so you can hear what I'm talking about with that B flat. And that was me going over the break there. ring to it, good projection. So I like all of those things about it. Let's just double check what's going on up into the altissimo range here. Nice and easy, and you heard that color tone change that I was able to do in the G. So I like that kind of flexibility. I play lots of different kinds of music, so I need to be able to change the sound in the instrument, but also when I'm playing different pieces, I like to have different colors for different moments of different pieces. So for instance, there are moments in Poulenc that need a nice dark covered sound, and in that sonata, in that last movement, I like a bigger, brighter sound. So even within pieces, I like different sounds and different colors, so I'm able to get that kind of flexibility here. All right, let's check some articulations. So nice and responsive with the articulations. Now you can do a lot of manipulation with articulations if you like a clarinet by changing your reed, changing your mouthpiece, changing your ligature. So if you find a clarinet that meets all of your requirements, if it has really good intonation and a beautiful sound and the articulations aren't quite where they are that you want them to be, go ahead and try a different reed, try a different mouthpiece, try a different ligature and see if that helps you with that. Okay, so that's the general overall sound of this instrument. Let's talk a little bit going over the breaks like what I was talking about. So it's nice and easy going over the break from the clarion or from the chalumeau into the clarion. Let's try clarion into altissimo. Oh, just broke my reed. There we go. So nice and easy over the break there and with a broken reed. So that's even better. All right, so very nice and smooth going over the breaks. Beautiful, rich, sweet sound. This clarinet has a particular sweetness to the sound that I like. It's a little different than some of the darker clarinets, a little heavier clarinets. There's just a prettiness here that I also am very pleased with for me because it's closer to my own concept of sound. I know it broke. I'll show you guys where I broke it. I broke it right in the corner over here. You can't see it right now because I pushed it back in there, but it broke right along the grain of that reed. Yeah, there it is. You can see it a little bit. Anyway, somebody asked me to play Bang in my next video. I will have to look that one up. Okay. Next, let's just do a little bit of intonation work. I'm going to check some octaves, a little bit of arpeggios. Something where I would pull my tuner out and I would make sure that I'm lining that up with the tuner the way that I want it to be. You guys are on my phone right now. That's how I'm live streaming. So my tuner is already in there. Comments, questions, please post them. If you're watching this later on, please still post them. I will try and answer them. And if I can't answer them, RZ will try and answer them, or I can bump it over to the Woodwind Boutique, who is the distributor in the United States of the RZ Woodwind Manufacturing Solo Clarinet. And somebody asked me what tuner I use. I have two tuners that I like. I have the iStrobosoft tuner, which is a strobe tuner, and then I like Tonal Energy for apps on my phone. And then for old-fashioned box tuners, I have Korg tuners, which I love. I just, need batteries for them. All right, thank you so much for watching. The coupon code, if you end up getting one, definitely try one to see if you like it. The coupon code for 5% off, which is a lot of money off on this instrument, is Catina, C-A-T-I-N-A 5, for 5% off. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and happy clarinetting.